struggling to keep up with the number of wounded that are being brought in. I wasn't on the field, but it doesn't matter. The patients' faces make plain that it was a horrible battle. And we're still fighting, I suppose, through the bitter medicine rather than sharp steel. But we'll win, I promise you that. It seems that I owe you an apology for dragging you to yet another battle when you've just come off the front lines. In both cases, I'm sure your efforts saved more than a few. With Spagyrex in good working order, the Crystarium's people will be well cared for. More lie ahead, of course, battles only you can fight. Now that we intend to let you do it alone, but not that we intend to let you do it alone, but that's a matter to discuss with the Exarch. You know the Exarch? We do. Was there something you needed? I need you to tell him something for me. Hi, Bokek. My dearest friend, you see, he was there on the battlefield with me, but only the one of us is here to speak of it. God, I can't speak today. At the end, before the wound killed him, I heard his dying words. I never knew that our world was this beautiful. I'm so glad that I got to see the night sky. This dude speaks weird. 90% of what's spoken in this is of like old English. So that's why it sounds weird. I don't know how the Exarch feels about what happened out there. I don't know if what Vol 3 said is true, if our losses were our just desserts and we doom ourselves to worse by continuing to fight this fight. But I believe in the Warrior of Darkness, in the Crystal Exarch. I don't think what they've done is wrong, and I don't think we're wrong to fight with them either. My friend, he smiled in the end, just as he smiled when he raised his glass to celebrate the return of the night. That's how I want to remember him. So I want to tell the Exarch, don't give up, don't give in, please. Well, tell him, you have my word. Old English or Shakespearean English? Both. Shakespeare basically said, fuck your rules, I'm inventing my own version of the language. Tancred seems quite keen to quit the infirmary. Yeah, not wrong, it's not his way. If you're ready, why not go ahead to the ocular? You can keep the Exarch company while I fetch Alphinaud. Don't worry, I mean to borrow the swiftest Amaro I can find. We shouldn't keep you long. Be sure to pass on that message, eh? I also hate that my asthma medication is making it so that I sound fucking hoarse. It's really annoying trying to speak. That is something I am gonna have to bring up with my doctor. Wait, what's that button? You have business with the Crystal Exarch. Just say the word and I would be happy to escort you to the ocular. Light as a horse, I thought you were a panda. No, I'm a little kid. Well, adult, rather, because they're not actual kids. Excuse me. Whoops. Didn't mean to read that. Didn't mean to click on it and pass by it. Oh well. Lies with me, blah blah blah. One of our soldiers said that. Thank you. All characters are over 18. Yeah. Rest assured that I fully intend to continue our work. I will not shrink from what must be done, now least of all. Though I mourn the loss, I will not lose myself to grief, and even should my regret be my constant companion, I will follow the path I have chosen to its end. As will I. Of that I have no doubt. If we ever, Jesus Christ, brain. And if ever we should appear to falter, it will only be because we are fatigued after the battle we fought. I thank you for your kind words. Now, we have plans to make, do we not? I am hoping that there's fucking voiced dialogue here soon.
My friends, with your aid, we have weathered a brutal assault.
Sorry I'm late, though I would not have been had anyone thought to notify me.
Daisy World, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I hope you are having a fantastic week so far.
As I was saying, it was only with your aid that we weathered this assault. Without it, the Crystarium and all who dwell here would now be gone.
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
For each we saved, another perished. If there is anything else we can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. This is our home too, and we want nothing more than to keep it safe.
Thank you. We are blessed to have you with us. As for the attack itself, Vorthri may call it divine retribution, but Sin Eaters are creatures of instinct. A coordinated assault is unprecedented. Moreover, in the absence of a light warden, there should have been no compulsion.
I was gonna say the first sentence there, Bokag. What the fuck?
All of which points to a single, unavoidable conclusion.
That these minions of light answer to a higher power.
Yes and no. I've played like 800-ish hours of this game, but I'm only just getting into the story right now. At least the Shadowbringers part of the story, because I've gotten all the story up to here. Hi Jack, how you doing? But this is the first real Final Fantasy game that I've actually played. I've never played any of the previous ones. Mainly because this is an MMO,
He who did claim
and that's the
kinship with them,
main reason
who
I'm
did
playing
boast
it.
of control, not in idleness, 'twould seem, but in earnest. Lord Vorthry.
Indeed. What I mistook for bluster was in fact the truth. The Sin Eaters are his to command.
Just remember, it's more
But
of
if
an
he
MMO
imagines
than
the
it
show of
is
force will convince us to bend
your
the knee,
typical Final
he is
Fantasy game.
sorely mistaken.
So the combat and everything kind of plays more like an MMO than it does the old style Final Fantasies.
I take it your meeting in Yulmore did not end well.
You could say that, yes.
Yeah,
But
I'm doing
wiser
all
for the
right.
experience, nevertheless. It appears he has mastered a technique which allows him to enslave the minds of others. A fact I discovered when he attempted to use it on me.
That would go some way towards explaining the peculiar reverence afforded him by his subjects.
Oh, it is so much fun. There are a lot
There may
of...
feasibly be a handful of true believers among them, I suppose. But it would not surprise me if the vast majority were in his thrall.
It is... Like, there is so many things that you can do in
Had I
this
not
game.
anticipated
Half of
his
them I
treachery,
haven't even
might well
done
have
yet.
joined them. But seeing his invitation for what it was, I sent a glamour in my stead. I rather doubt such tricks will avail me a second time, however.
Did you have any luck tracking down the Light Warden in Calusia?
Sadly, I have nothing to report on that front. What of Armorang?
After a fruitless few days scouring ruins, I resorted to asking the locals. While no one I spoke to had seen any sign of the Warden, I did uncover a possible lead. An abandoned mine in western Armorang. From what the Maud told me, it would be a perfect place to stay out of sight. Of course, I could never hope to explore such a labyrinth quickly or safely on my own, so I returned here.
Even should we all join in the endeavor, an exhaustive search could take weeks, and with no guarantee of finding anything.
Of course, Daisy, that's absolutely fine.
The Wardens harbor vast reservoirs of primordial light, do they not? Far beyond anything found in lesser Sin Eaters. And isn't it true that the Oracle could see the light of a Sin Eater from miles away? Surely a Warden would seem like a blazing beacon by comparison. To the real Oracle of Light, I mean. The real Menphilia. If we travel to Armorang, to the south where she halted the flood, I could summon her back. What do you think?
Oh no, that's not gonna be good.
Don't.
Yeah. I saw
Don't
this coming.
what? Do what I can. What we both know is right.
Do not presume to know my mind. You have no idea what you're proposing.
But I do. I know why you never said anything. Because you thought you could keep me safe by keeping me in the dark. And maybe I thought so too. But I knew, Thancred. I always knew.
Oh, I see. I thought you were a rather underwhelming reincarnation. But it all makes sense now. The Oracle lies dormant within you, doesn't she? But to draw on her true power, you must become one, both body and soul. To wit, one being must consume the other. Who shall be the lucky winner?
This doesn't concern you, Ascian.
But it plainly concerns you. Which is why your heart is ready to burst out of your chest. Despite the raging tempest in your bosom, however, you have never once opened up to your young charge. Now, why would that be? Love. Well, I for one think it's a marvelous idea. Certainly more promising than any of your other
A
suggestions.
digital creator by profession with no gaming skills. That's gonna be a rough world. She made it life-sized. I think I actually made it the shortest I could as well.
Off to Armorang we go.
I'll meet you at the gates.
I'm sorry to be so insistent, but I know this is the only way. If you're willing to give me a chance, come with us. Well then. Now how would you pronounce that? Kara or Kara? I would assume Kara, but I don't want to butcher it. The first one it is? Okay. But yes, nice to meet you, Kara. My name is Light. If you guys, if anyone new in here doesn't know me, I am a variety streamer. And this isn't my first time playing Final Fantasy, because obviously I'm in Shadowbringers, but this also isn't my first class, the Reaper. I have many others, if I can remember how to fucking get to it, because I haven't been on this in a while. Class of jobs. Here we go. My main feel with brain. Sorry. My main class to play is a DPS class, which is why I don't really have these anywhere up to, 70, 60, 86. But obviously I kind of stuck with Dragoon for a while, then I went to Dancer, and now I'm at Reaper, and I'm kind of sticking with Reaper because I really like it. These are some of the glamour plates I've got. This one's really adorable. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that one. Sorry for the wait. I'm ready now. Are you sure you want to do this? Completely sure? Look, no matter what happens to me, I'm sure that I don't want to go back to being who I was. I want to be stronger, strong enough to face my destiny. And I want to believe that I can play a part in saving this world. I hope you can find it in yourself to believe it too. When you put it that way, how could we not? Hi, Pon. Yeah, sorry about the ads. Is your decision to make. Just be sure that you are prepared when the time comes. I currently don't have a social media for that kind of stuff right now, Daisy. When I do, I'll let you know. If you are assembled, shall we depart? We'll follow your lead. What route would you have us take? About that, there's something I neglected to mention. I saw a Yomaran ship coming in to land over Amarang while I was on my way back to the Crystarium. No doubt the same vessel that bore Valtry's forces to Ratika. Meaning we can expect to encounter armed resistance on our journey through the region. Right. Now, Nabatharang lies in the southern reaches of Amarang, and there are two routes we can take to get there. The first is the eastern route, which will lead us past Mordsak. The other is the western route, which would require us to pass through the Hills of Amber. Ophelia and I took the eastern route last time. Yes, that's the more well-trodden path. It also makes for easier traversal of the Nabath Severance. But we can't use it. If we did, we'd need to cross the Severance from a point nearby the inn at Journey's Head. If the Yolmorans caught wind of our approach, it would very well bring them into contact with the inn and its patients, and we can be sure their activities would not meet with Valtry's approval. It will make the journey more arduous. I can never pronounce that. But I believe it would be safer to take the western route, which brings me to my proposition. While you make for the Hills of Amber in the west, I will draw the Yulmoran's attention elsewhere to an area in the east that I know to be uninhabited. That way you'll have a chance to reaching Nabatharang unopposed and without risk to civilians. I cannot deny that's a sound plan, but nor can I allow you to go alone. My skills will make your task at least somewhat easier, will they not? I will accompany you as well. It will afford us a chance to have a proper conversation. And if I go with the others, I'm likely to say something Thancred will regret. Well then, we'll leave the work of distracting Valtry's forces to you. The rest of us will take the western route and try to avoid attracting attention. Dropping the hammer? What for? Pawn. With that in mind, I think it's best that we follow the road from the bridges. We'll move faster with a solid path under our feet. We'll borrow a few Amaro for our own journey. I leave the rest to you, Minfilia. I don't really think they're a bot. Thank you, I try not to disappoint. I mean, I get that. And most of them I've seen so far is just the same stolen work over and over, which is fair. or very similar but slightly changed. Yeah, I do. Oops, I do get that. I have a little less attention. Forgive me, my brain is having a hard time putting words together today. But the fact that they came in, spoke first, and then solicited is a little bit different. But yes, I do not allow soliciting in this, what? That's the first I've had, so... I'll light some coffee. I don't know if I need coffee if it's more than... See, that's the thing, Pawn. And you may be right, that's fine. I just tell them I don't have a social media for that. And they leave. There you are. The gate leading to Amarang is just up ahead. In all the time I've been here, I've never ventured into the hills of Amber. Not that I'm particularly intimidated by new lands at this point, but we have more than enough reasons to be cautious as it is. Keep an eye on Menfilia for me, would you? So soon, Miss Ruth Lianson? You've barely had time to recover from the battle. I don't have a choice, I'm sorry. Well, if you're certain, I'm hardly in a position to question you.
Take comfort in the bonds you share. Accept the pain when the time comes to part. Press on, for joy and sorrow walk hand in hand. Beyond Mount Garik lie the hills of Amber, beneath which run hidden veins of mineral wealth. Or ran, at least. Mayhap they are spent. Or mayhap the ringing of hammers can yet be heard below.
This place has been scarred by the flood too. Who can say what lies ahead? But whatever else this road may be, it is mine to travel, and I don't plan to take a moment of time I spend upon it for granted. Gazing with interest at the nearby village. I take it you're seeing what I'm seeing? Finding a village when we're hardly 10 paces into the hills is a surprising stroke of luck, especially given our recent fortunes, but you won't hear any complaints from me. Let's see if the folk who live here can tell us what to expect from the road ahead. Panda mount, yep. Panda mount, and I've also got, where is it? Obviously I have this red panda here, but, if I can remember how to do things here. Minion mount, minion. I also have where'd it go? Fuck. There it is. But yeah, there are a lot of minions in this game. Way more than this. I just have a total of 63 currently. There's a Palico from their crossover with Monster Hunter. Little tiny baby husky, but I like the red panda because it's called the lesser panda in this, but if I beckon it, it goes up on my head. Now on larger races, it will sit on your shoulder, but because I'm like the smallest race, it goes up on the head instead of obviously the shoulder. Mount. There's obviously your standard chocobo. You got the black chocobo. You got Magitech armor. This one, which is a Magitech Deathclaw. This behemoth. Oops. A zoo, which is basically just a flying chicken-looking thing. You got the yawl, which is a big flying bird. You have this Moogle Puffling, or what's called a Cloud Mallow. And it's got this little special effect to it. And you got obviously the panda, an antelope, a mana cutter. You have a unicorn. Midgard Sormer, which is in Stormblood. And last but not least, the Mega Shiva. That reminds me as well. Where is it? Is it you? Yeah. There is a Stormblood. The Great Hunt. That is a trial dungeon that you get these where is it? You get these Rathalos scales, and if you've ever played Monster Hunter, the Rathalos in that is what you fight in this, and you end up getting a mount if you get, I think it's like 50 of them, and you turn in 50 of them to someone, but you get 2 per battle. So it would take me another like 20 battles to be able to get enough. You sell? No. No, you are no merchant, but then why do I know your face? Oh, I remember, you spent Voberg gold. Oh, it's such a coin purse crackling. You are already a legend among Mord traders. You're a traveling merchant then. Can you tell us anything of this village? Of course, anything for valued customers. This place is Garrick. Before the flood, it was home to many miners. After, not so much. Now, none. So, Master Gengen borrowed the village and made it into a trading post. Very convenient location. In which case, you all must be familiar with the local roads, correct? We're on our way to Nabatharang ourselves. If we continue south from here, will we have any difficulties reaching it? Oh yes, great difficulty. The flood rent the stone and crushed the mines surrounding Nabatharang. Only steep cliffs and collapsed tunnels remain. Oh no. But surely there must be some way. Do you think any of the other Mord might have some sort of hidden route? Perhaps. You ask, they tell. Tell for free even, to our friends of our best customer. Wonderful. Thank you for your help. And she's off. Well then, best customer, let's see what information your reputation buys us then. You wish to go to Nabatharang? There was a way once. Oh, here we go. Yeah, you see this big boy here? You get to have that as a mount if you turn in 50 of these. Ow. Run button. Oh well. Ow. Saw that coming. Ow. Motherfucker. Bastard. Well, thanks. I needed that side. Ow. no. Fuck. Ow. Ooh, buddy. Hi, Corey. Just in time. Oh. You do a Monster Hunter again? Gunlance craving been itchy? Or... Yeah, I never actually finished Monster Hunter. I couldn't get into it. Ow. Use it, Jesus. God damn. Fuck's sake, man. Now we're at the point where we can't. Really is. And the fact that I'm very what's the word? I'm definitely not one of those people who's able to easily do that kind of stuff, so it's very very difficult for me to be able to plan things out and do things accordingly to the correct measures and all of that. There we go. Now we carve its tail. And we carve its body. I never played Elden Ring. Don't own it. Oh, I guess the bard's gonna get it. So that's another 2. Shit, wrong button. Wrong buttons. Several fucking wrong buttons. There we go. Which you could on a bathroom ring. Let's see. Left, you may search for it if you like, but I doubted that its rusted wires would bear your weight. You hastily take down a memo regarding the gondola on a spare scrap of parchment. for Nabatharang, airship is best. Nothing is faster than an airship. The Ulmarans have one, I hear. You can ask them to take you. Someone superfluous to do so. You definitely make a note of Gungun's words. Is the other one over here? Nope. Okay, so there's gotta be someone in here. It looks like it. Yep, there we go. Oh, that is a surprise. Not many bound for Nabatharang these days. I do know of a trolley that once went there. Used to travel between the settlements and mines of the Hills of Amber. It is locked behind a gate, however. I assume that will have kept it from being stolen or damaged, but it also prevents it from being of much use. Lanson, I'm afraid I've learned little of use about how to reach Nabatharang. The Ulmaran presence, though, that's another matter. Apparently, though their army is definitely in Amarang, there have been no sightings of Ulmarans at all in the Hills of Amber. Perhaps we can take that as a sign that Alize's plan has borne fruit. Did you have any better luck finding us a route forward? So these are our options. Well, what do you think? Try the gondola, might die, but eh. Airship anywhere, not from Vault 3, obviously. Gate aside, the trolley seems the most feasible. Does seem to be the least risky of our options, and I can't imagine one gate is enough to thwart you. I'd like to know a bit more before we dash off in search of it, though. Perhaps Zunzun can offer some insight. Oh, valued customers. Were the other more of help? Of fashion. They told us of a trolley that runs to Nabatharang, at least. But if I'm correct in thinking that there was a reason you did not do so yourself when we first asked. Yes, the gate. You see, it is impassable. Before, there was a hulking thing of stone, the Talos. It opened the gate, they say. But none operate such a thing now. I do not even know if it yet exists. I do not know, but you should travel east to Mount Bryan Mines. That is where the trolley controls stand. I still see miners there from time to time. If anyone knows what happened to the Talos, it would be them. Thank you, and you've been a great help. Bye-bye! We're off to Mount Bran, then. Let's hope that someone will be there to answer our questions. The scale of the track is impressive, I'll give them that. Now we only need to follow it until we come to the mines. Did you really have to make me stop just to tell me that? Like, what the fuck? Big chicken! Bit of a mess, isn't it? But the mechanics for dispatching the trolley are here, just as Zinzin said. Unfortunately, anyone who might know of how to use them is not. We might wait for Zinzin's mysterious miners to appear, or have a look around and see if we can deduce anything useful in their absence. I'm in favor of the latter. Something near the entrance to the mines proper caught Oriange's eye. Meet us there if you find anything. Well, there is a building here. Nobody think to go in and look? Alright, Coyote. Wrong button. Oh well. Conspicuous cup. The cup is slightly warm and a fair amount of tea, steeped over long. If the color is any indication, remains within. Flecks of rust adorn the rails, but they nevertheless appear sturdy enough to bear the trolley without issue. I was trying to get up there without that, but clearly I'm gonna need to. Boop. Boop. There we go. There we go. Trolley car. Benches within suggest this must have been a passenger car. Oddly enough, though it is clearly old, it appears to be well maintained. Ah, Lanson, what hast thou discerned? I see. Indeed, thine observations are consistent with mine own. But let us refrain from further discussion ere our comrades arrive. Ample evidence of recent maintenance and lukewarm tea besides. The levers for switching tracks look like they were in good condition, though I couldn't move them myself. No ordinary person could, I think. It is my belief that no person is meant to. This Talos beareth more than a passing resemblance of to golems of the source. Nor doth it appear to be the sole example of its kind. The proliferation of Talos' fragments, as well as the enormity of the mechanisms here, suggests a considerable number were once in operation. Alas, this specimen and its fellows now lie lifeless and broken, and I know not how to repair them, that they might facilitate our passage through the gate. And without the aid of the Talos, even if thou wert somehow able to unbar the trolley's path, we would still have no means of propelling it. We might not know how to repair the Talos, but someone must. Otherwise, why keep everything else in working order? Whoever is maintaining the cars and rails must know something that we don't. Let's ask them what it is, shall we? Lanson, I do believe you'll find a person of some interest skulking in the shadows behind the warehouses on the northwestern side of the tracks. While you two have a friendly chat, the rest of us will gently encourage those to the south to come out of hiding. Defend yourselves as necessary, of course, but do try to keep everyone in one piece. Off we go then. Wicked White, where did you come from? No, never mind that. You have no business here, and that I'm sure of. What are you, Bye. Good to hear. These two weren't much trouble either. Let's see what they have to say for themselves. Us? We're not the brigands come to take what isn't ours. Do we honestly look like we'd need to steal some rusted bits of iron? Don't be absurd. We're not here to rob you. A likely story. You look, well... You don't look normal, that's for certain. You don't have any wares, so you're clearly not merchants. Travelers never pass this way. The only reason you would come all the way out here is to strip the machinery for parts. Oh, TAFE. I have an idea. What if, once upon a time, a lovely lady of noble birth ventured forth in search of her lost love, joined by her two most loyal servants, sworn to follow her onto World's End. On their journey, they met a sorcerer as ancient as time itself. Moved by the lady's devotion, he offered to be their guidance, and they turned up here somehow. I can only assume you're being intentionally obtuse, but in the unlikely event that that's a serious conjecture, no. I suppose I am a bodyguard of sorts, but we have rather larger concerns than fairy tale romances. Though I would fain hear more of this ageless sorcerer and his heroic deeds. Gods grant me strength. If I may, we're actually searching for a means by which to travel to Nabatharang. We were hoping that the trolley might offer a solution. I realize that we haven't gotten off on the best starts, but if you know anything of how we might get it working again... The trolley? The trolley! You should have led with that. We're always keen to discuss the trolley. We're both engineers in training, in fact. Jerk and Taft. Jerk and Thaff. Not Taft. Thaff. At your service. Technically, I'm a miner and he does repair work, but our true passion is the trolley. We're working with a few other folks to get it up and running again. And before you ask, yes, it's true that there's little in need of transport these days, but there's no reason to consign a miracle of mechanical innovation to dust. The mere sight of it traveling the track once again would make our hearts soar, mark my words. You'll hear no argument from us. What progress have you made thus far? Not much, or not as much as we'd like, to truth be told. Well, if there's anything we could do to assist you, we could gather materials or help put pieces together. It's a sight more complicated than that, I'm afraid. If you spoke with Magnus, you'd understand. He's the only one with full knowledge of the trolley's operation. I suppose you could speak with him if you like. We'll introduce you. Very well, our options are limited, and if this Magnus can explain whatever is preventing the trolley from being restored, I'd like to hear it. Right. It looks like you'll be following us back to Twine then. Jesus Christ, so much fucking talking, I hate it. I'm not used to talking this much. try on. Looks okay, it's just not my schoolgirl outfit. Thank you, Jack. Fortunately, my asthma medication is making it so my airway is so dry that even drinking water isn't helping. Thaf is ready to guide you to the Twine, where you might meet the mysterious Magnus. If you're ready, we can leave right now. Though you haven't seen another fellow around here, have you? I thought he'd have come out by now. I beat him to a pulp. Sorry. You think he'll be alright? That's, well, I suppose we did force your hand a bit. I'll have a look, just in case. You go on ahead, Thaf. Right, it looks like it'll be just you lot and me then. Try not to let anything take a bite out of you on the way out of the railroad, or rail yard. Damn, that's smarts. Did he have to thump me so hard? I'll be feeling that for the next fortnight at least. Not to be done about it now, though. I've pointed your over-eager companions in the right direction and they've gone on ahead, so we need to get moving. Normally, we walk atop the tracks, but seeing as the young lady has much shorter stride, that's more perilous a route than I'm comfortable suggesting. Wouldn't want anyone falling through the gaps. Of course, the low road presents other dangers, but having been on the receiving end of your friend's blows, I'm not worried on that account. Alright, fine. Oh, good timing. Come on, tank. There we go. I could just stand back and do it like that, but... Shit. Ow. He tried to get out of the way, that's cute. was smart this time. Yay! Oh, fucking hell. Oh, fuck off. Really? There we go. Wrong button. Didn't even get a chance to use it, haha. Alright. Carve the head. Carve the tail. And leave. Yay, that's 2 done in, not very long. Makes me happy. Wait a moment, I think I hear something. Oh, that's something. Alright, run! Have to remember is... Right, 7 is side, 8 is back. Thaf, where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Sorry about that, I'll admit I didn't expect this route to be quite so fraught with danger. We're nearly intertwined though, so we should make it without further incident. Yay, attuned. Right, give me just a moment, I'll be right back. Right, okay. Let's try this. Okay. This is it. Welcome to Twine. Twine? 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 The original dwellings were built to house those laborers tasked with building the track. Over time, miners came to seek their fortunes, and that's what made the town grow to what you see before you today. But it was still the trolley that brought them here. As you've doubtless noticed, the track goes to the very heart of the town. It was the heart of the town back when the trolley still carried everyone home at the end of each hard day. Now there is no trolley, nor much work to be had in the mines, for that matter. The only residents that remain are the destitute, the delusional, and those with nowhere else to go, or so they say. That should give you some indication of what to expect when you meet Magnus. As I said, it will help you understand why we can't get the trolley running. Just don't expect too much aside from that. Well, that's encouraging, but I don't see that we have much of a choice. Let's go and meet the man. Oh, drunkard. That makes a lot more sense. Who are you supposed to be? Never seen the three of you in my life. Or the four of you. Wicked White, if you're gonna bother me, at least have the damned courtesy to stand still. He thinks this one is deep in his cups. These are my guests, Magnus. We ran into them at the mines. They're looking for a way to reach Nabatharang, so they came to ask about the trolley, you see. What? There's nothing in Nabatharang. Not anymore. And especially not for frail little girls. Give it up. No, we must reach Nabatharang. I must. Bah. So you have your heart set on it. The world doesn't care. The place is a ruin, nothing more. And you're not getting in there in the trolley. You're not getting there in the trolley. The thing doesn't run on hopes and dreams. We're not fools. It's necessity that drives us to Nabatharang. If you insist that the trolley is not an option, at least tell us why. No, I'm sick of people asking me about the blasted thing. Leave me be. We'll speak outside. He only said that because he thinks I'm weak. And he's right, but I can't be. I won't be forever. There has to be some way. I must find it. Benfilia remains adrift in the turbulent sea of thought. Oh, I'm sorry, I was stuck in my own head again. It's clear that Magnus has no intention of helping us. But perhaps we should ask the other residents? They may know something of the trolley. I'll take the north side of town. Let me know if you learn anything. Thancred, art thou truly content to stand witness to fate's course and take no part? This isn't a matter of fate, Urianger. It's about choice, and I've had years to decide where I stand. Minfilia has spent too long in chains already. I would not shackle her again by making my own hopes known. It is for her to choose what shape her destiny will take. It is for me to stay silent, to protect her, teach her, and stand by her. That, at least, I can do for her. So be it. Come, let us make our own inquiries. Even though it's not damaged much, I might as well repair it while I'm here. Oh, there you are. You'll be pleased to know that I got our friend back home with no trouble, and he's just fine. He was a bit shaken up, is all. And you? What did Magnus have to say? Ah, I did have a faint hope that your need might prompt him to action where our interest has not, but I suppose that was foolish of me. I am sorry that we couldn't be of help, though. I could at least show you the trolley car we have here if you like. It could give you a stroke or two, or you could give it a stroke or two. It has some very smooth wood. You mean to say you're not giving up, even knowing that Magnus is Magnus? I don't see much point in being stubborn about it, though perhaps stubbornness is exactly what this situation calls for. Can't forge iron without an anvil, after all. I can't imagine that anything you try will work, but if you're certain, you can help me make preparations in the event that it does. To that end, take this toolbox. We're going to inspect the rails. I'll have a look along the tracks for anything that's in need of repair. You bring the tools and be ready to hand them to me whenever I stop to work. All right. You open the box, revealing the proud array of lovingly maintained tools within. Brilliant. Now if you could hand me the... Ah, fuck me. got lucky. Stupid about it. There we go. Yeah, I got 2 commendations. I didn't even look at the last time. That's 3 successful. I've never had that many in one day. Shit. This. Quest items, use. You open the box, revealing a proud array of loving, maintained tools within. Brilliant. Now, if you could hand me what I need as I work, that would be a help. In this case, well, this boat is loose, for one matter. We can't have that. I'll need to tighten it. Vicious looking saw, ragged cloth, mid-size wrench. Here you go, buddy. Thank you, this will do nicely. Now, give me one moment and... There, I don't see any other problems here, so let's continue along the track. Ooh, ether current. Nice, nice, nice. That reminds me. Is it in system config? No, it is in character config. Display names. Own. Pets. When targeted. it, not system. Companions. Alliance. Never. Party members. Ugh, that's annoying. Well, they're technically considered minions, not pets. But it's usually why I dismiss them, because it's difficult to keep track of it, or to not click on it. Don't link it, you idiot. Alright, you set the toolbox. You set down the toolbox, the muscles in your arms enjoying profound relief, and open it once again. Quite handy to have around, you know. As to the lamp here, these aren't often necessary these days, but if we're gonna do this, we might as well do it right. And if by some miracle the night returns, as it did in Lakeland, well, it's a nice thought. Anyhow, a bit of this post seems to have splintered. Whether its lamp is to be lit or not, we wouldn't want these little pieces of wood jabbing the next person who comes through here to do maintenance. I'll need to sand it down a bit. A rough file. Yes, a wood file's perfect. Let me even this out. That should do it. I'll bring some varnish along next time to finish the job. I haven't spotted any other problems, so we can move along now, unless you'd like to take in the view of the tracks from here for a bit longer. It's breathtaking, I know. Mining has always been the primary vocation of folks in the hills of Amber, you see, but after a certain point, they had dug up everything that could easily be reached and carried back by manpower alone. It was then that the Nabath Empire struck upon the idea of the Talos, which they had seen at work abroad. At great expense, the Nabath brought the Mistal engineers who specialized in Talos here to the hills, and wouldn't you know it, the mining industry picked right up again. Twine itself sprung up around that time, as a matter of fact, It was named after the entwining of tales, the fruitful cooperation between the native Ronso and the newly come Mistal. But that, like so much else, fell apart in the wake of the flood. The Mistal left, taking their knowledge with them. It was 15 years ago that the last of them, the folks from Daedalus Stoneworks, took off for Yule Moor, and now no one remains that can repair and operate the Talos. But there's no use in lamenting what can't be changed, and there's one more thing we need to do while we're out here, so we might as well get to it. Vultures occasionally make their nests on the tracks, you see, and it falls to us to remove them when they do. The creatures are angry when disturbed, which is natural but nevertheless a danger to anyone passing by. It's not my favorite task, to be honest with you. As you may have noticed, I'm not terribly suited to confrontation. That said, would you follow the tracks north and remove any nests you find for me? I'll keep an eye on things from here. Oh sure, just, fucking do your dirty work for you. Saved by the bell, I suppose. It's either 50 or 100 of those things. I would assume it's 50, but could be 100. shit. Yeah. Fuck. That's my bad. Didn't mean to hit that button. It's fine now. It's fine now. Jesus Christ. I almost didn't do it. Ah, there we go. You'll tend to get that sometimes. People who don't really know the mechanics of something because they've either never done it before or, well, usually, typically it's never done it before, but sometimes it's language barriers. Derek, I'm back. Thank you, that should be everything taken care of. In return for your help, I'll tell you a bit more about the trolley. Nothing that can get it started again, though. As I said, the only people who knew how to repair the Talus are long gone. When they left, the life began to bleed out of the town. The trolley's tracks rusted and its cars fell into disrepair. Now, I was born in Twine, raised there. My first word was trolley. Damn it! And there were the worst, and those were the worst years of my life. Jesus. But then, about several years passed. Magnus and his wife returned to us. Magnus is a real proper trolley engineer, and perhaps he would never have left in the first place if it hadn't been for his son. As you're well aware, Amarang is hardly the safest place, and Magnus wanted his child to grow up away from its dangers. It didn't help. In the end, the Sin-Eaters got the boy. Isn't that always the way? The child had always said that someday he wanted to see Magnus's trolley running again. So in his memory, they returned to Twine, started fixing those rusted rails and broken cars, and it was going well for a time. Wicked White. Vultures? Are they back for revenge? Never mind, I don't want to find out. Oh, wrong one. Nice work out there. And now you know the story of the trolley. Won't do you much good without the Talus, though. If there was even a single one that still functioned, things might be different, but, well, here we are. Despite his better judgment, Jarek is considering throwing you a bone. Not that it'll do you any good, but we do have a Talos we've been meaning to repair. I can show you if you'd like. It'd certainly be nice to hear something other than Magnus's griping for a change. You didn't show us in the first place. Why? Now for side quests and stuff, I probably won't be doing the dialogue because it's just side quests, it's not actual story. I mean, sure, it's lore, but I need that to be able to get the truly a most vexing state of affairs. I thought mayhap a closer examination might yield something of value. I see. The means to build Talos stone by stone are lost to us. 'Tis true, but here before us slumbers a most fine specimen. Indeed, were it not for a few minor failings, it would be in working condition. 'Twill likely require naught but a few modest repairs and a suffusion of ether. Well, if you think you can get the thing up and running, far be it from me to stop you. But what exactly do you reckon is the problem? I should stress that I performed only the most cursory of examinations. Though such arcane constructs are now wholly unfamiliar to me, as I did suspect from the first, it is host to a network of veins through which ether floweth freely. Or so it would, were it not for several fractures which now impede said flow. Sorry about that. How in the hells did you get all that from just a glance? I take it you've thought up a solution as well, then. To bridge these fissures requireth a material highly conductive to ether. Once in place, I believe it will be possible to restore the Talos to life. Might I prevail upon thee to acquire that which we require? Not far beyond the walls of Twine dwelleth the creature of living stone, the Debitage. Full sure am I that that stone from such a being would prove most suitable to our needs. Very good. I shall have Thancred and Ophelia attend me in the remaining preparations. I spied but 3 obstructions in the flow to the flow of ether in the Talos, and thus I would ask you to provide 3 stones of the Debitage. All else will be made ready upon thy return. Thanks, buddy. All right. Right. I played the 5th. I missed the debitage. Hanks. There's another one up here. $10,000 damage. Fucking nice. No! Fuck. Damn it! Did it again. In exactly the same fucking spot. There we go. Yeah. It's 40,000 experience. Oh, I can't go in there that way. Oh, god damn it. I've never had this many goes in one day. I'm happy about it, but at the same time it's like, wow. It's definitely not expecting it. idiot. He went. He did it too late. It's too late. Fuckers. There we go. Yay, 20. Thus, succeed in procuring stone from the debitage? Yes, I did. Fine specimens, one and all. You have my thanks. We need now but wait for Thancred and Menphelia to return. From end to end, the paths by which aether may flow through the Talos have been duly mended. They require a sufficient imbuement. It's not moving. Strange. The core refuseth to stir. I fear the condition of this Talos is more dire than I previously surmised. As a heart driveth blood through a man's veins, so doth a core aether through this massive frame. Failing its repair or replacement, the Talos cannot be restored. So it was the heart after all. Thou didst foresee this outcome? Well, no, not exactly. We never gotten this far in trying to repair it, so we had no way of knowing the heart was the real problem. We tried to find another, just in case it turned out as they are now. Jarek? This isn't really my story to share. Please, Jarek, if something went wrong, maybe we can help. That's gonna be fucking what's-his-face. Alright, after all you lot have done for me, I suppose, it's the least I can do. Before I do that. There we go. Right then, the Talos. Their hearts cannot be made of just any stone. You need a special sort with sufficient aether conductivity. Both it and the other materials used in the construction of Talos bodies are mined in the same place. That place, of course, being here, the Hills of Amber. And it was 3 years ago when she... No, I can't. I'm sorry. You'll have to hear it from Thaf or someone else. Back to the tavern, then. Still here, eh? You can ask again, but the answer's the same. Our trolleys are... What? God's damn it, jerk. You could have at least finished, so I wouldn't have to clean up your mess. Seeing as how you made such quick progress in fixing that Talos and all, he was probably thinking you could help change things around here. And I think he may be right. Gather your friends and I'll tell you what you want to know.
Magnus's wife was a miner, you know. Greatest prospector there ever was. When the golem heart started failing, she was the first to head out in search of more. Problem was, most of the veins ran dry ages ago, and finding fresh ones to tap's only gotten harder. But she wasn't one to be deterred. She just kept digging deeper and deeper. And then the mine collapsed. We labored day and night to clear away the rubble, but it took us 2 months to find her. To find her body.
Yeah, I thought that's what happened.
Magnus has never been the same since.
Where is he, if you don't mind my asking?
Ah, yes, well, if he's not here, there's only one other place he'd be.
Yep, saw that coming too.
What? Oh, you again. How many times must I tell you? The trolley won't run! We'd be better off dismantling the damn thing and selling the parts for scrap. Now, piss off back to wherever you came from. And don't let me catch...
What were their names?
My son was named Skuli. My wife, Agna. Being here with them, it beats going home. Home stopped being home when I lost them. I thought to try and drown my sorrows, but somehow, the bottle's never deep enough.
It won't ever be.
No bottle is. Believe me, I know.
you've lost someone too.
Oops.
Not like you. Not my own flesh and blood. I grew up an orphan, so I never really knew what family meant. Not until I met a man who offered to take me in and make me his pupil. He was a kindly soul, always looking out for me, like a father. Not that I appreciated that at the time, or anything else for that matter. But I finally had a family. And then I robbed a young girl of hers. I did my best to make amends, to offer her comfort. But the more I look back on it, the more I realize just how inadequate my efforts were. I let her down. That is why I refuse to let her legacy die. In the end, all we can do is press on, for those we have lost, for those we can yet save. And that requires your Talos. Please, Magnus. You are our only hope of reaching Nabath Areng.
What rubbish.
She's not gone. No matter what you say or believe, she's not. We can still bring her back.
Oh, well. Full well do I know the pain of loss and how heavily it can weigh on one's heart. Nevertheless, there is but one way forward. We must needs procure a new heart for the Talos. Thaf, knowest thou any location wherein we might find the stone we require? No matter how scant the possibility, we would seize it. I told you near all the veins were tapped dry years ago. Though I suppose if you really wanted to try, you may find something at Navi's leaving. It was opened well before Talos became commonplace, which is why the mining there was never quite as deep. When you get there, look for Guthjon. or Guthjon. And tell him I sent you. But don't be surprised if he tells you the same thing. Thine assistance is most appreciated. Anson, I think it's best Thancred join thee in this search. Though he would be quick to deny it, his heart is in turmoil and his thoughts clouded. 'Twould be unwise to ignore his distress. Right. I think that's gonna be it for me for the day, but I'm gonna check. We're gonna go and raid Miss Curly. She's doing her first play of The Witcher 3. the Wild Hunt. So I will see you guys here back tomorrow, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Trying to get the raid channel button to fucking load. There we go. Go, and I will see you guys over there.
Rain, you're so cute. You're so cute. Sorry, I'm sorry. What